In this sort, we're going to look at the Latin roots fract, flect or flex, ject, and miss or mit. All right. Now, each of these prefixes means something. Each of these roots means something different when you see it in a word. So, like fract means break, flect and flex mean to bend, ject means throw, and miss or mit means to send. So you can sort your words into the columns based on which one you see it. But just kind of like gonna go over a couple of these words, like fracture. That's like when you break something, like you fracture it. Usually you hear this by like doctors, like you fracture a bone, so you're breaking a bone. Reflect is when you bend something back, so you usually see your reflection in the mirror because light is bending back towards you. Reject means throw, so it's like when you throw something back, because means to go back. Transmit is when you're like sending a message or something, so you might like transmit a message. You think about words like fraction is the result of breaking something into smaller pieces. You have words like object, which is like the act of throwing something against. So like you might object, I might throw an idea back against something. So object, like, oh, I object to that. You kind of throw the idea back. An interesting one I didn't know what it meant was fractious. I looked it up. It's a person who's irritable or like easily, it's hard to control, unruly. So I think like fractious, like, oh, that means it's a person whose like emotions are easily broken and they're easily like come apart, and they kind of break emotionally and become angry and quarrelsome pretty quickly. So go ahead and like read through these words and sort them into columns based on the root in the word. And here again, you can see the words sorted into the columns. You have fract, flect or flex, ject, and miss or mit. So some of these ones like project and project, object and object can be kind of pronounced differently and have different meanings based on that. An object is like something you hold, and then object is like when you disagree with an idea or something. So again, just kind of in mind that those ones have homographs which sound different but are spelled exactly the same, and those go in the ject category. And that again is just those Latin roots: fract, flex, flect, ject, miss, and mit.